So we are gonna get started in an easy seat today. So whatever that looks like for you, and honestly, if you have like a throw pillow or anything like that and you want to sit on it, like underneath, in between your heels and glutes, awesome. But just come to find whatever an easy seat looks like for you. So I've been loving this throw pillow idea, right? So in between your heels and your glutes, just a little extra cushion. I mean, literally, and it feels nice to have something to kind of softly sink into. So as you start to find your way to that easy seat, notice where your shoulders are. See if you can release them a little bit. You can ground your palms in wherever feels good here at first. I'll tell you where to put them in a moment. But maybe you bring your eyes closed or a soft gaze down. Nice, tall, proud spine. And just take a moment to notice your breath. If it's big, if it's a little choppy. Without changing it, without altering it. Just come to notice it. And as I said, we'll be tapping into our nervous system today, intentionally, right? It's kind of always functioning, of course. But thinking about bringing us intentionally into our rest and digest state that our bodies don't naturally do, funny enough. So place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, doesn't matter which, whatever feels most comfortable to you truly. And exhale everything out. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. See if you can make your exhales a little longer. Take a deep breath in. Long exhale out. Deep breath in. Long exhale out. Deep breath in. Longer exhale out. Another deep breath in, fill up all the way. And exhale all the way. Throughout today, I challenge you to keep your breaths as big as you can, as full as you can, even if it means pausing where you are to do so. When we make our exhales longer, and especially when we find that slight constriction in the back of our throat as we exhale, we're triggering that vagus nerve. We're getting ourselves into that rest and digest state. And with the simple act of our hand on top of our heart here, we bring ourselves into the present moment, where you can literally feel your heart beating, where your focus is on your body, on your breath here in this space. Take another deep breath in. Long exhale out. Blink your eyes open or find a soft gaze down. Bring your arms by your side. And inhale, seated mountain. Reach your arms high overhead. Spin your pinkies in towards one another and hold and breathe here. So notice if your shoulders are up by your ears. See if you can relax them away a little bit. Take up some space. Draw your shoulders together. Now, if your low ribs have started poking out, just hug them back up and in here. Stay aware of that piece of your body. Deep breath in. Exhale, side body stretch to the right. Bring your right palm down and reach up and over with your left here. Maybe you even bend in your right arm to get a little more stretch in your left side body. Now notice if your heart's curving towards the floor, can you open it back up here? Pull your left shoulder back. Inhale, mountain pose, slow and with control. Exhale, side bend to the left. Drop your left palm down. Reach up and over with your right here. Really bring some space in between your ribs. Maybe you bend your left arm to get a little more space, and keep your heart open by drawing your right rib, your right shoulders back. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, baby back bend. Cactus your arms, lift your heart and gaze and pause here. See if you can draw your shoulders down away from your ears here. Get a little more length in your spine. Send your shoulders together behind you and hug your low ribs back up and in. Take a breath in. Exhale, seated cat. Bring your arms in front of you here. Maybe you even interlace your fingers, round your shoulders, and draw your chin in towards your chest. So really find this pulling in of your belly button towards your spine. Make this as exaggerated as you can. An option to kind of drive here with your palms. Finding a little extra space in your back. And come back to that cat. And inhale, seated cow. Release your palms, draw them back. Maybe they touch your mat, maybe they stay in the air. And exhale, cat. Round your shoulders back once more. Inhale, cow. Pull your chest through. Exhale, cat. Press that air in front of you away. One more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Place your palms down. Stack your shoulders on top of your wrists. Come into your neutral tabletop. Find some time to really ground in here, to feel your mat beneath your left palm and left fingertips. Right palm, right fingertips. Top of your left foot, top of your right foot. Ground in evenly here. And then shift the weight a little bit into your left side. Inhale, extend your right heel back behind you. Flex your toes towards your face and pause here. So firing up our hamstrings, our glutes, squeeze your right glute to keep your leg lifted. And maybe draw your left palm to your belly here. Find that mind-body connection to pull your belly up. Keep that nice, strong low back. Deep breath in. Exhale, curl your right leg here. So stack your ankle on top of your right. Lot of hamstring power, lot of glute power. Keep your toes flexed. Deep breath in. Exhale, draw your knee in towards your nose here. So find cat in your upper back, round, and then step your right foot through between your palms. So coming into that nice low lunge here with your left leg down. Stretch your heart up and forward. So rather than pulling your whole body forward, just your heart here. Traction your right foot towards the back of your mat. Take a breath in. Exhale, half split. Sink your hips back, straighten your front leg. Nice and gentle here. It's still super early. I know, especially with the cold, my hamstrings are a little less cooperative. Keep your toes flexed. An option to find that movement back and forth here. And if you find that back and forth movement, keep your breath aligned with it. So inhaling as you pull forward, exhaling as you sit back. One more round of breath here. And inhale, shift forward. And exhale, bring your palms to the inside of your right foot and bring your right foot to the right edge of your mat here. So a little bit of a runner's lunge, just nice and small. Stay proud on your palms for this time around. Take a breath in. Exhale, neutral tabletop. Scoop your right knee back where we started. Reset yourself here to feel that same sense of grounding. And then inhale, reach your left leg back behind you. Parallel it with your mat. Flex your toes towards your face. Hold and breathe. Maybe this time you take your right palm to draw your belly up here to really engage your core, your low back. Keep it strong. And squeeze your left glute to keep your left leg lifted. Deep breath in. Exhale, curl your ankle on top of your knee here, nice and stacked. Keep your toes flexed, a lot of power. If your belly's dropped towards your mat, puff it back up into your spine here. Deep breath in. Exhale, curl your knee in towards your nose, round your spine, and then step your left foot through between your palms. So same motion here, traction your left foot back and reach your chest forward. So nice stretch over your right psoas here, over your right hip. Keeping your left leg active, deep breath in. Exhale, half splits. Sink your hips back, straighten through your left leg. Stay gentle, it's still early. Maybe this side feels different than the other. Could find some movement or some stillness. And always an opportunity for those little breath to movement meditations here, right? So when you focus on just the movement, just your breath. Inhale as you come forward. Exhale as you sink back. One more round of breath here. And inhale, shift to forward. Exhale, bring your palms to the inside of your left foot and toe heel your left foot to the outer left corner, just a little bit here. Nice quick runner's lunge, just to get that inner left thigh stretch over your right psoas to take a breath in. Exhale, neutral tabletop, scoop your left leg back, re-ground in here, both palms, both feet. Inhale, tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. Press into the L shapes in both your palms. Find any movement here that feels good. I love sinking my heels side to side here. It's like a wonderful side body stretch. Maybe your calves need something and you could come up on your toes and sink your heels down. But take a bend in your knees here as you start to come back to some stillness. And sink your chest a little closer to your thighs this way. Inhale, gaze between your palms. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Step your feet behind your wrists, hips width distance apart. Take a generous bend in your knees. Spill your torso over your thighs. And maybe movements calling out to you here too. But you can always remain in some stillness. Check in with what it is you might be needing rather than what you think you should be doing here. And check back in with your breath. Is it still big, even with your belly over your thighs? Can you still make your exhales nice and long? Start to come back to some stillness through center. Plant your left palm underneath your face. Bend your left knee. And inhale, ragdoll twist. Reach your right arm up high. Circle out your arm, your forearm, your wrist, your fingers. And hold here. Option to tense your left fingertips up to give yourself a little more leverage to lift away from your left thigh here. Take a slight bend in your right knee, very small here, just to stay kind to your hamstrings. Take a breath in. Exhale, ragdoll. Come back through center. Plant your right palm, bend your right knee. Inhale, ragdoll twist. Reach your left arm up high. Hold and breathe here. Circle out through your wrists, your fingers, your forearms. And take that slight bend in your left knee just to keep from locking out. Take a breath in. Exhale, ragdoll, come through center. Toe heel your feet together to touch. Tuck your chin into your chest. And inhale, slowly rise up one vertebra at a time. Head and neck to come up last. On your exhale, shrug your shoulders away. An option to ground in however feels best here. So maybe that's hands at heart center or one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly as we started. But take a moment. First, standing pose. Spread your toes wide. Feel rooted down into your space. Let this rooted feeling travel up to your legs, your torso, your chest, your shoulders. Draw your chin back. An option to set your personal intention for class today. If nothing comes to the forefront of your mind, I offer you this intention or this understanding that you're in complete control over bringing yourself into this rest and digest state with your breath by focusing on it, by using it to your advantage. So let's make it as big as we can today to take back that control. Take a deep breath in. Long exhale out. Bring your palms down by your side, blink your eyes open. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Reach your arms high overhead. Spin your pinkies in towards one another and pause here. So we've been here before, at least from the waist up. How can you draw your thighs together to bring your lower half into this, to keep it nice and stable and strong? Find a slight pressing forward of your glutes here. Deep breath in. Exhale, baby back bend, cactus your arms, lift your heart and gaze. Draw your thighs back in together if you've lost it here. Squeeze your glutes to press your hips forward to take any pressure out of your low back. Inhale, mountain pose, bring your pinkies back in. Exhale, forward fold. Keep a bend in your knees, hinge at your hips. Let yourself really take part in this forward fold here rather than just moving through it. Does it feel different than ragdoll? Can you let go of your head and neck just a little bit more? Inhale, halfway lift. Parallel your chest with your mat. Draw your shoulders back together and pause and breathe. Shift your weight forward into your toes. Draw your belly back up and in here. Stay active. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, crouch and curl. Sink your hips towards your heels. Come up onto your tiptoes. An option to keep your fingertips tented where they are, or to even walk them a couple of steps forward to really round through your spine here. Draw your forehead towards your knees. Take a breath in. Big, long exhale out. Inhale, mountain pose. Let's flow. Exhale, baby back bend. Press your hips forward. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Draw your shoulders back. Exhale, crouch and curl. Inhale, mountain pose. Sweep your arms up. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, crouch and curl. Inhale, mountain pose. Rise tall. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Listen here. Exhale, high plank. Plant your palms. Step your feet back. Charge energy out of your heels here. Use this moment to build some more strength in your core. Draw your belly button up and in and press your shoulders up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower your knees down to your mat. Lift your toes. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, low plank and lower all the way down to your mat. Untuck your toes. Zip your thighs in together and slide your palms back by your low ribs. Inhale, baby cobra. Peel your chest up and away from your mat. Little to no weight in your palms. Hold and breathe. Press the tops of your feet down. Press your pelvis into your mat by engaging your glutes and see if this lifts your chest any amount more. Take as deep a breath as you can in. Slow exhale, lower to your mat. Inhale, tabletop, rise up. Exhale, child's pose. Widen your knees. Sink your hips back. Really lengthen through your fingertips as you settle your forehead to the mat. Bring yourself back into this present moment here. Feel your mat underneath your fingertips, your palms, the tops of your feet, your shins. Take a breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, rise up to tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips up and back. Inhale, gaze between your palms. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot through. Nice and with control. Slowly lower your left knee down and untuck your toes. Inhale, kneeling crescent. Rise to stack your shoulders up over your hips. Spin your pinkies in and hold and breathe here. Just as we did earlier, drag your right foot back and send your left knee up towards your right foot here, just to find that nice, stable, locking base. Draw your low ribs back up and in. Deep breath in. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Reach your right arm back behind you, but send your left arm just as actively forward. Now notice if you start to feel off kilter here, continue to send both legs in towards one another and make this twist come from your midsection. Inhale, kneeling crescent, rise back through center. Exhale, low lunge, plant your palms, lift your back leg up. Inhale, simple twist, reach your right arm up high, hold and breathe here. Keep your left wrist stacked under your left shoulder. Nice and light in that palm. See if you can use your core here to lift a little weight out of it. Take a breath in. Exhale, modified pyramid, straighten through your front leg. Bring your chest to drape over it. And know that you have the option to keep your back heel lifted, or you can walk it in a couple paces and really plant it down here to feel a little more anchored, a little more stable. Keep your left hip pulling forward. And just find your breath. Because your breath controls your nervous system also governs this mobility we have here. So when we take control over it, we get just a little bit more mobility because our body can recognize it's safe to do so. Lift your back heel up if it's planted. Inhale, crescent lunge. Rise to stack your shoulders up over your hips. Maybe you need to widen your stance a little bit and hold and breathe here. Come up high as you can on the bottom end of your back foot. Scissor your thighs back in together. Take a breath in. Exhale, revolved crescent. Send your hands to heart center. Hinge forward and connect your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Option to stay with your right leg lifted here, or know you're always welcome to plant your back leg down here. Maybe stability is what you're looking for today out of your practice. Draw your heart up towards your thumbs. Pull your right shoulder back. Take a deep breath in. Slow exhale out where you are. Another deep breath in. And exhale, runner's lunge. Bring your palms to the inside of your right foot. Toe heel your right foot up. Give yourself a moment to maybe go a little bit deeper if it feels good in your body. Otherwise, stay proud on your palms. Let your head and neck hang heavy. And take 2 full rounds of breath here, big as you can. Start to make your way back up. Toe heel your right foot to the center of your mat. Lift your back leg up, come into that low lunge. Plant your palms and inhale, high plank. Step your right foot back, nice and controlled. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips up and back. Inhale, gaze between your palms. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot through between your palms, nice and controlled here. Slowly lower your right knee, untuck your right toes. Inhale, kneeling crescent. Rise to stack your shoulders over your hips. Spin your pinkies in. Hold and breathe here. Draw your left foot towards the back of your mat, your right foot forward here. That strong, stable base on all sides once more. Take a breath in. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Send your left arm reaching back, but keep your right arm just as active here. Maybe you cactus them. This side feels a little tighter, but see if this twist is coming from your core. Keep sending everything back into center here, nice and steady. Inhale, kneeling crescent, come back to center. Exhale, low lunge, plant your palms, lift your back leg up. Inhale, simple twist, send your left arm up high, hold and breathe. Stack your right wrist under your right shoulder here. Stay light in that palm. See if you can use your core to lift up just a little bit out of that side. Take a breath in. Exhale, modified pyramid, straighten your front leg. Bring your palms to frame your left foot. And same options as the other side here. You could keep your back heel lifted. You could walk it in and plant it. Just keep your right hip pulling forward here to keep your hips squared towards the top. Now check back in with your breath. Is it still big? Are your exhales still long? Start to slowly lift your back heel if it's not lifted already. Inhale, crescent lunge. Rise to stack your shoulders up on top of your hips. Hold and breathe here. Lift up on your back foot. Send your thighs back in together. Deep breath in. Exhale, revolved crescent. Bring your hands to heart center. Shift forward. Then connect your right elbow with your outer left thigh. Option to stay where you are or to drop down to your back knee here to feel that grounding sense. And lift your heart towards your thumbs. Keep drawing your thighs in. Deep breath in. Exhale right where you are. Another deep breath in. Exhale, runner's lunge. Plant your palms on the inside of your left foot. Toe, heel it up. Take a nice expansive runners now that we're warmer. And let your head and neck hang heavy. Take those two big rounds of breath here with long exhales. Start to toe heel your left foot back to center. Or tuck your back toes, lift up into your low lunge, plant your palms. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, down dog, hips up and back. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, slowly lower down to your knees. Come to have a seat on your mat. Lengthen out your legs. And inhale, reach your arms high overhead. Listen here. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down to your mat with as much control as you can. Tattoo your spine there and draw your knees up and in towards your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Maybe rock side to side. And inhale, pull your right knee in, lengthen your left leg long. Exhale, supine twist. Guide your leg across your left side body. Gaze out over your right fingertips. We've done a lot of twisting today with the intention of really wringing out any stuck energy, any anxiety. And gently draw your knees back into center. Reset your low back on your mat. Grab for your left shin. Inhale, pull your left knee up. Lengthen your right leg long. Exhale, supine twist. Guide your leg across your side body. Gaze out over your left fingertips. Give yourself one last chance to wring it out here. To let go of anything you're holding on to. And gently draw your knees back into center. Reset your low back on your mat. Rise to wrap your forearms up and around your shins. Curl your forehead up towards your knees. Take a deep breath in. Slow exhale to Shavasana. Lengthen all of your limbs. Heavy them into the earth here. Feel it rise up to support you. And use the control you have to lower your shoulders, to unclench your jaw, to unfurrow your brow. And take this next minute just to soak all of that in. Shavasana. Yogis, know that you're welcome to stay in your Shavasana for as long as your midday allows. But if you're ready to start to transition back in, start to bring small movements to your fingertips, wiggle your toes, find a long body stretch like you're waking up for the first time today. And draw your knees into your chest. Option to rock onto your favorite side for seed pose. A pose that symbolizes that transformation, growth, new opportunities to leave behind anything that you worked to get rid of today on your mat, and to take the peace that replaces it into the rest of your day. Slowly on your own time, start to make your way up to an easy seat, Sukhasana. An option to ground in however feels best to you. Maybe it's that one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly we did earlier. But just connect with your physical body here. Feel your heart, the way your breath moves your chest and belly. And exhale it all out. Take a deep new breath in. Slow exhale out. Option to join your thumbs at your third eye center, the space between your brows. May you always find and rediscover and remember the control that you have over your body, your mind, your breath, every time you come to your mat. In gratitude, we bow forward. Thank you, yogis.